Hi, I'm Chatty Maddie and welcome back to my channel. Before we get started, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe and turn on bell notifications so you get notified whenever I do post a new video. Alright, so for this week, as you can probably see by the title, we're going to be talking about my favorite rides from Walt Disney World. And I'm super excited because I love Disney World and it's just my favorite place to go, and it's kind of my home away from home, sort of. And so I'm just super excited to talk about it, and let's just get into the video. Oh, before we do, just remember these are my opinions. If you happen to disagree, that's fine. I would love to see what you guys think in the comments down below. But yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into my list. Test track. This is an Epcot, and this ride is so much fun. I haven't ridden it in a while, so I'm just gonna go based off what I remember it being like. I know they've changed it a couple times, so I'm just gonna go based off what I remember it being like. Yeah, this ride is just basically them like testing out the car, seeing what it can do, what it can handle, and the people on the ride were basically the test dummies, I guess. So they put the car through like a heat simulator and a cold simulator, and at the end they test to see how fast the car can go, and it's really fun. It goes really fast, it goes around these curves, and it's just really cool. That's what I remember anyways. So. Buzz Lightyear. I don't know the exact name. I think it's I should know the exact name of this. Give me a second. Okay, so apparently the correct name for that ride is sorry, I have to look because I'm not gonna remember that, is Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin. I don't think I would have ever gotten that, but even though I've ridden it like so many times throughout my whole life, but still, it's so weird to think that you could ride something so many times, see something so many times, and yet you still don't like know the full name of it. Like, that's just so weird to me. I don't know. I thought that the name would at least sound familiar to me, but it didn't. I don't know. Anyways, so basically, I guess the concept of this ride is you're helping Buzz defeat the Emperor Zurg and the bad guys, and you do this by shooting the different things. But as you're doing this, if you hit the target, you gain points on your little thing in your seat, and it's just something so satisfying when you get that target and you see your points get up, and it's so much fun. At the end, you can see like there's different like levels, and it's just cool to see which one you ranked in. And it's also really fun if you beat the person next to you, which never happens for me, but still fun to try. It's a cool ride. I always ride it with my family, of course. Yeah, and it's my mom's, well, one of my mom's personal favorites, and we'll talk about another one of her favorites in a little bit here. But it's just really fun. It's really nostalgic. And what more can you say? It's Buzz Lightyear, you know? I feel like this one isn't talked about as much as it should be. Journey into Imagination with Figment. This ride is in Epcot, and so much fun. I love Figment. If you don't know who Figment is like a little purple dragon, and he represents your imagination, hence his name Figment. You know, your figment of your imagination. You get what I'm going with? Yeah. Okay, so I love Figment. He's so fun, and I love the ride. I don't remember much about it, except for that one part. It's just like they're trying out the different smells, and then the skunk smell happens, which is probably not the best thing to talk about from this ride, but it's just something that sticks with you. But I don't know. I think I have this feeling from this ride that it's just so much fun, and it's near and dear to my heart. And I think also the fact that I don't get to ride it as often is something that makes it more of like a specialty to me, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word, but yeah, so I'm going with. This one is another one of my mom's personal favorites, the Carousel of Progress. Oh my gosh. It's just so, I don't know, it's just good. Carousel of Progress can be found in Magic Kingdom, and it's just really fun to watch. It's like a little show. It's a rotating theater, actually, which is really impressive. When you sit down, when you sit down, the place where you are seated, that will move around the stage. So, like, say this is the stage, you move to the next stage, and then the next stage, and then the last stage, and you come back around to the original stage, I think, and then you come out, and it's just really cool. Yeah, it's a great ride. It's my mom's I think it's my mom's, like, favorite, or one of her favorites. I don't know. I really like it, though. It's basically just a show about this family over, I guess, not the century, so geez, what are they, vampires? Yeah, no, it's basically a show about this family over the decades, and it shows how things change and evolve over the years, and at the end, it shows them in a future that we haven't even reached yet, and how people at the time thought the future was going to be, and it's really interesting to see. Yeah, it's really interesting to see, and it's a really cool show, and it's also one of those rides, you know, where you can just take a nap if you want, or eat a snack. Don't tell anybody, though, okay, because it's not allowed. Okay, the People Mover. This is a ride, okay? This is also in Magic Kingdom. It's like kind of in the sky, kind of. It takes you around Tomorrowland. It'll show you the different rides. It takes you into some of the rides, like Space Mountain, and then Buzz Lightyear, and then it takes you through a gift shop. It shows you some other things too, but it's just one of those rides that's nice to just sit and relax. But I think it's a bit higher for me because it's very nostalgic, and so that is why it's a bit higher. Toy Story Mania. This is actually in Hollywood Studios. You can access it through Toy Story Land. Toy Story Land is new, but Toy Story Mania is not as new. But that ride is really fun. It's kind of like the Buzz Lightyear ride, but it's different. It's like an upgraded version a little bit. And in my mind, it's a little bit more fun because it's easier to hit the targets, and it's a little bit more interactive, so that's cool as well. And there's the same thing where at the end you can compare your points and see who did better, you or the person next to you, and it's really fun. And I think it's really cool as well what they did with this ride, because as soon as you get into line, you've shrunken down to the size of a toy, and you're now like a toy basically, and I think that's a really cool thing that they added. And yeah, it's really fun. The Laugh Floor. The Laugh Floor is based on Monsters, Inc., the movie, where, you know, in the beginning they had to collect screams for, I guess, their energy, but now they've learned that laughs create more energy. So they're doing that. They're collecting laughs, and they have us come in, and they make us laugh. And throughout the show, they have their, like, canister, and you can see it gaining more and more. And, yeah, and then at the end, you get to see if it fills up or not. I mean, it does, but it's always fun to watch. And yeah, it's just basically the monsters coming out, telling jokes, but it's a very interactive thing because they have like a little screen in the corner, and they'll like show different people, and they'll talk with the people, and make jokes with us. It's just, because I think it's more of like a live thing than like a program, like a pre-programmed thing. So that's very cool as well. Very fun. Yeah, I love it. In Hollywood Studios, the Rock and Roller Coaster. This ride is based on the band Aerosmith. They're like late to their concert, and they want to bring us with them, so they get this like extra stretch limo, and it goes really fast. And yeah, that's basically what the ride is. We all get in this limo, and it takes off, and there's Aerosmith music playing, and there's a bunch of street signs. And you go upside down once or twice, and then that's it. It's a lot of fun, but it's kind of fast. But I think that's the point. Soarin' from Epcot. Soarin' is... Why is it? I remember when all these rides opened. Oh my gosh. So Soarin'. This ride... It's not more of a roller coaster. It's just so different from any other ride, I feel like, but it's so much fun. It's so cool. It's like a very immersive experience. Okay, so Soarin' is basically like you're hang gliding, and it's so cool the way they did this. They got like the big screen, like this giant screen in front of you displaying different things that you're hang gliding in front of, and they have you lifted up a couple feet in the air, several feet in the air. I mean, they got you lifted up, and then they got like say you're in front of an orange field, they have like they somehow make it smell like oranges, and it's really cool. The Seas with Nemo and Friends. Nemo ride is also at a Epcot. I really like this ride. Not just because of the ride itself, but what afterwards, because it lets you off in the aquarium, and I love the aquarium. I love just all the fish that they have in there, and I love the manatees, and I love the dolphins. I just love that area. So I guess, is it unfair to have Nemo this far up because it's just because of the aquarium? No. No, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Because part of the ride is in the aquarium, so it's fine. Alright, moving on. It's a safari ride. This is obviously at Animal Kingdom, because as far as, like, I love seeing the animals, but I also love the commentary that you get from the safari tour guide guy or girl. Yeah. And it's just, especially if you get like the right one. Sometimes they're okay, but sometimes they're amazing, and it's really funny. And yeah. It's a great ride. Seven is the Haunted Mansion. I love the Haunted Mansion is at Magic Kingdom. And I love the ride. I love how it's a little spooky. I love the story that goes along with it. How it's different than the movie though, the story. It's how this woman keeps marrying different men, but each time she ends up murdering them. It's a little dark actually. But I don't know. It's a very fun ride, and I really enjoy it. Number 6 then would be the Pirates of the Caribbean. I love the Pirates of the Caribbean. It's so good. It's found in Magic Kingdom. And I liked how they made the movie based on the ride. They do that a lot at Disney, like the Haunted Mansion, if I didn't mention that before. It's really cool. And then I like how after that you can see some of the movie being like the movie then influencing some of the things that are in the ride. And I think that's really cool, such as Captain Jack Sparrow. He's on the ride like 3 times, and it's fun seeing him. And it's just a really fun ride. I don't know what else to say. I really like that ride for some reason. Mount Everest. Mount Everest is also in Animal Kingdom. I remember when Mount Everest opened. Oh my gosh. I was kind of young, I think. But, or really young. And I remember, like, it was a long line. And that Yeti freaked me out. But, okay, so, like, this ride ends up going backwards. If you haven't ridden it, it does that. But you come to a certain point where you can see that the Yeti has torn up the tracks, and they're just standing up in front of you. But I guess I was so little, I couldn't see that. But my sister, she could, and so she's like, uh-oh, and I'm like, what are you talking about? And she's like, you can't see that? And I'm like, no. And she's like, hold on. And I was like, okay. And then we went flying backwards. But not the way we came. We came like, wee! And we went, woo! Yeah, it was really intense, but really fun. Number 4 is going to be Splash Mountain. This is back in Magic Kingdom. This ride is really fun. I really like the big drop at the end. But it's not so much fun, okay, if you're in the front seat. Because you will get soaking wet numerous times, not just on the big drop, okay, people? If you go down even a little drop, the water will splash up at you. Because you're in the front. The water just comes at you. Even if you're like on the side sometimes, it just comes at you. So I recommend middle. Like middle, okay? I mean, the thing is, sometimes I'm fine with getting wet, sometimes I'm not. Especially if it's cold outside, then just maybe don't ride that ride. But the thing is, maybe the line is like short, and it's like, it's cold outside, you know, but the line is short. So it's like, I'm gonna go ride it. I don't know. That's all I gotta say about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta pick and choose your battles. And then hopefully you can warm up afterwards. You know, because that ride usually has like a long line. So if you can find it that has a short line and be like, can I withstand being wet and cold? Or maybe I can like find a place to not get wet, you know? You gotta figure it out. No, top three. Top three. Okay, number 3 is going to be Space Mountain. This is also in Magic Kingdom. Space Mountain, oh my gosh, I ride this. I used to ride it all the time with my sister and my dad and me, but now I just ride it with me and my sister. I love this ride though. It's so much fun. This ride is basically like you're taking off to space and then you're in a spaceship and you're just going around in space, I guess. I guess that's the concept of it, but it's just really fun. Although the last time I rode it, it was completely dark. Like, all the lights were off. I don't know what was going on with that. So that was a little freaky. But, like, no, like, normally it's dark, right? But, like, there's like, a time, like, in the beginning where there's, like, some flashing lights, which is not good if you're epileptic. And then there's a part where you're going up and you see some astronauts, right? Which kind of freaked me out. Those astronauts, I'm not gonna lie, kind of scare me, okay? Especially the one wearing sunglasses. I mean, what is that? I can't see your eyes. It's a little freaky to me. I don't know why I'm freaked out about them, but I feel like they're all of a sudden just gonna start moving and come at me. But, you know, I digress. As long as I can see them, they see me. Hopefully they don't see me, but, you know, it's fine. As long as I can watch them, as long as I see them, keep an eye on them, be good, everything's fine. Okay, the last time I rode the ride, no lights. I could see nothing. It was dark. I know I'm going up. I know the astronauts are there. I know they're there. But can I see them? No, I can't see them. They could be coming at me for all I know. I know they could be attacking. All I can think is, these astronauts, they turned the lights out and now they're going to attack. I know I sound a little crazy, but like, you don't understand. These astronauts freaked me out. I don't know why. Yeah, comment down below if like you've ever ridden Space Mountain and if the astronauts also freak you out on that ride, because for some reason, they just really freak me out. I just would like to know I'm not alone on this. Alright, thank you. Other than that, I mean, it's really fun. It's a roller coaster, you know, it goes fast, it goes around these bends. It's just really fun. And because it's dark, you don't see where you're going, it's uninspected, and it's really cool. Alright, number 2 is Tower of Terror. Tower of Terror is amazing. I love the ride. I love the storyline. It's spooky, it's mysterious, and it's a little bit scary, you know? Just a little bit to make it that much more interesting. The experience is amazing because it's different each time. They have it set up so if you ride the ride back to back, it will be different each time. And say when you first rode it, it went up, then down, then up, then down. This time it could go down, 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 up, up, up. I don't know. I think that is a cool feature. I think it's amazing that they did that. I think it's so much fun. Number 1 is Thunder Mountain. I love Thunder Mountain. Thunder Mountain is number 1 because this ride, I think, is something that I literally do ride with everybody in my family. I think everybody in my family loves this ride, including me. So this is something that I can enjoy with everybody, and I love that we can enjoy this together as a family. And it's just so much fun. And it just makes me that much happier riding it, because I'd be like, oh, I'm having fun. But the fact that we're all having fun together, it makes me that much happier. Alright guys, that is it. That is my top 18 rides from Walt Disney World list. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And also, just remember, these are just my opinions. Actually, I would love to see what your guys' favorite ride from Walt Disney World is. So, comment down below what it is. If it's one of these rides or if it's something different, just leave a comment down below and I would love to see it. Okay, but if you did like this video, please leave a thumbs up down below and be sure to subscribe and turn on bell notifications so you get notified when I do post a new video. I post new videos every Saturday. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!